Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of Gather All to Hear. I'm your host, Saffron Hurt, and with that being said, gather round. It was a warm, fresh day at Lamont Elementary. The teachers were hard at work, grading papers, and the kids were shaking with enthusiasm because spring break was upon them. Even though the janitors were dreading the hallway rush hour that was to come, they were in good spirits as well, except for one, a man named Lucas Chapman. He had other plans in mind. Meanwhile, an eighth grader named Jonah stayed behind while the rest of his classmates went out for recess. He got up to go to the bathroom when he bumped into Chapman, who was standing near the doorway. While Jonah was immediately apologetic, Chapman had a different reaction. "Why aren't you outside? It's recess time." In response, Jonah explained that he was waiting for his aunt to pick him up for a doctor's appointment. "Sorry for startling you," he said, and then he went on his way. As he was heading back, he noticed how quiet the halls were. No footsteps, no ruffling of papers, just dead silence. That's weird, Jonah thought. There were people here a minute ago. His suspicions were heightened when he heard a series of bangs echoing through the halls. What was that? So he followed the noises to a set of wooden doors that led to a basement. It seems that the noises were coming from here. Jonah looked around, waiting for anyone to come down the halls. When it was clear that he was the only one around, he gathered all his courage and quietly made his way down. The closer he got, the clearer the sounds became. And it wasn't just banging noises anymore. There was scraping, followed by something squishy. So once he arrived at the corner of the entrance, he grasped a handrail to take a peek around the corner, and what he saw turned his entire face white. Chapman was the one making those sounds, as he was using a shovel to discard a pile of human remains into a furnace. Immediately, Jonah bolted upstairs. When he reached the top, he was shocked to see the janitor who was standing at the dead end side of the hallway, his face presenting an emotionless dark aura. "You monster!" Jonah screamed. "What have you done to the others? Where are they?" However, that did not deter him in the slightest. Instead, an evil grin began to spread across his face. Then with no hesitation, he fell into a full-on sprint, thus proceeding to chase Jonah throughout the school. Thankfully, he managed to make it to the exit, but he kept on running away until he was sure he evaded him. He was a few feet away from the gates when he tripped, and then began to stumble down a hill. Just as the bottom came to view, he braced himself and jolts back into his chair in his classroom in front of his teacher and peers. It was all a dream? A dream, his teacher chimed. With all that thrashing you were doing, I would have thought you were having a nightmare. Despite the embarrassment, he felt a wave of relief that everyone was fine. After the bell rung, Jonah and his friends rushed outside to meet up with their parents. "Man, I can't wait to get back home," said Jonah. "Heck yeah," one of his friends said. Summer break was taking forever to come. Puzzled, Jonah stopped where he was. "Summer? Don't you guys mean spring?" His other friend Mark rolled his eyes with annoyment and said, "Joe, what are you on? How could you forget that it's June? Heck, it doesn't even feel like spring." He was right. He could feel the sweat running down his face, and the hot flashes got so intense that he fell to the ground. What, what's going on?" A little push sent him flat on his back, and in utter horror he saw the janitor. His sinister grin still present, but his body had taken a devilish form. Surrounding them were piles upon piles of black ashes in the crimson-red sky that shone brightly above them. "You shouldn't have tried to escape, Jonah. It's time for you to join the rest of them on the blacktop." Thank you for joining me for today's episode. Do you have a story you want me to tell? Then please click the link in the description and all the information will be there. But until then, I'll see you gatherers next time.
Wingstop's doing what they do best, taking flavor to the next level. So when chicken sandwiches only came in spicy and plain, Wingstop said, nah, make it 12 flavors. Lemon pepper chicken sandwich, OG hot, mango habanero. You get the picture? Every famous Wingstop flavor, now on a new Wingstop chicken sandwich. Try all 12 and find your favorite at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.